It's AV SuperFriends First Friday Live, a short, often impromptu show streamed live to the socials and usually on the correct day, the first Friday of the month. We've collected 2 or 3 topics, news stories, product announcements, social media posts, or email listserv messages, and we'll give you our honest opinions in about 15 minutes or less, or your money back. Offer not valid in some states. The show starts now. Well, it sure as heck isn't the first Friday. How about the fourth Friday?
Fourth or fifth?
A Friday.
It's like the sixth Friday of this month.
I'm going to re-record that. It's just going to say A Friday.
Just welcome to a Friday version of something.
So I do have this. You want this instead?
It's first Friday, or the fourth, or the fifth. AVSF Friday, fun a bonus gift.
There you go. See?
Yeah, I like the action. You know what? Let's restart with.
Oh, okay. Go back and do that one.
Yeah, again, so they'll never know.
That was Larry's band doing that one again.
I
Thanks,
know.
Larry.
Good job. Crushing it. And the drum set still.
The Greensboro Chompers, I believe, is their name this week.
Playing a lot of car shows lately. Good for you.
Yeah. And the Grasshopper Games, it's our local team here.
Right.
What?
The
Run out there
Greensboro
and
Grasshoppers.
For
make some
what?
extra bucks.
Baseball. It's the only sports team that we actually have, but we have the Greensboro Grasshoppers.
Interesting.
The 7th inning stretch is played live by Larry's band. Little known fact. Look it
All
up.
those like banana league things that are going on. Those are fun.
I believe we called it the Miners, Mark.
No,
What
the
do we have against
banana
gold miners? Yeah.
the banana league thing is completely different. It's weird.
It's fun.
All right, so anyway,
All right, what are we doing?
We grabbed a bunch of stories
Hell,
here, and we were just debating which one we were going to talk about. We're not going to talk about the first 3 that we wanted to talk about.
They're too good
Those
for
are
the
the
show.
ones I
Well, I
read.
don't know. Jamie launching this whole thing because he misread part of the article and then realized it wasn't what it was about, and we had to.
It was interesting, though.
Hey,
like,
I
had it
read
been
the
about
title
that,
and the lead and made an assumption of the rest of the news story. I did
if
what
it had been
everybody
about
else
that,
does.
it would be right that we'd be talking about right now.
It would
but
have been a
it's
bonus,
not.
but
Context
no.
is everything. They're not.
We
training
should have
that
just
way.
hit record
Moving
earlier
on.
because that was a show.
I was thinking about
Just-
the other one with the pseudo stream deck thing.
Well, and there's that too. There's also
Not
product
pseudo,
announcements for
it's
stuff nobody can have.
Souped up, not pseudo.
No,
Souped
what
up.
the hell are we talking about, Chris? What are these topics? in
Let's
which we're going
start
to
with
explore?
this one. So, Larry, it's the if you're post and pasted links.
Wait.
It's the AV Interactive one.
Which is
And this is the headline. This comes from AV Interactive or avinteractive.com, which I believe is AV Magazine, who I think is doing a bunch of big awards. Congratulations to those who already won. And the headline
you
here
know who you
is-
are. Yeah.
Yep, you know who already
Jesus
won those.
Christ.
It's not untrue. I'm just saying. The headline here is Loughborough
Never
University
pre-win.
invests £5.8 million in digital tech labs. And for
That's a
those
lot
you-
of equipment.
Pounds?
5 million pounds of equipment.
£5.8 million is about $7.75
a lot of
million
trucks.
dollars.
It's a lot.
Money.
And they
Got it.
built 3 labs out of that, so it's still $2.75 million per or whatever, which is ridiculous because I'm currently going through and spending a little over $5 million to do 150 classrooms. So what
Call
now?
them labs, and you're on
on Easy
conversation,
Street.
buddy.
And they basically, I think the idea here is they came up with these are going to be pilot labs. These are going to be kind of showcase spaces. They want to get, it's used as a recruiting tool. They want people to explore new technologies and see what's going to be viable and what's not. They picked all of our
All a
favorites.
slippery slope, man.
Yep.
Every single
yeah.
thing you just said.
And this will all be shut down. I look forward to them not using any of this in 3 years.
Well, I think there is pressure for universities to do this.
There's a
type of
video. Do you want to run the
technology.
video?
Nope.
No, I don't.
This technology arms race
that was
of
quick.
sorts.
No.
And I get it. I think that's the pressure we have to kind of look at. But going through similar projects that we're in.
I don't know if all the universities are in that arms race, Mark.
Oh, some are not. No.
Some are not. No, you're absolutely right. I think some want to be, and some, like you said, are not. But those that are doing these significant impact projects that want to be cutting edge and leading this and yada, 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 I think this is the risk you always have, is that over-investing in mechanical technology that'll be obsolete within 3 years. And even if you're buying the best of breed of it right now, it's probably already a couple years old. And so we see this all the time, these showcase one-off bespoke places that look really flashy and get all the headlines and they're in the magazines and they're all the stuff. But then if you go back after 2 or 3 years and you say, well, how often was that used? And it's always, well, we used it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a pilot program
Yeah,
that
we had a
lasted
pilot,
for a year, and then
And the room checks.
And then
Yeah,
that
the room
professor
checks.
got a real job and left.
Yeah. And so we've actually toured a lot of these random spaces as of late because we're doing similar crazy things, I guess. And that one of the takeaways we've heard is do not overinvest in things that are highly polished and finished because you're ultimately going to have to change this thing. And so do not seek it to be some like glamorous finished product, and don't try to get it all right. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at
half-ass it.
here. Not half-ass
Half-ass
it,
it. No.
but don't overinvest in things that don't do aspirational investments. Have a use case for day 0 application.
By looking at the hologram lecture that they have at the front of the room, I don't think that they're half-assing this. I think this is like
No, they're
all in.
assing.
They're all
They're
in.
in on this, yeah.
And it's not a hologram again. It's the same thing by Portal
It's
we've
not,
seen
but
for
that's
5
what
or
they
10
call
years.
it.
It's an 86-inch display set vertically with an open back on it, so it tricks your brain into thinking there's depth to it.
So,
Yeah.
well, let me ask this
It's
of you,
Pepper's
Larry.
Ghost.
Is this making the learning experience any better?
Oh no! Oh no! Like, and again, I am not talking with the instructional designers. I'm not talking with any of the people actually designing the learning, but the tech itself, by itself, is not. Like,
Because it's not about the tech, right?
and
It's-
looking at the way the room was designed around the tech. So no, I would be surprised if there's any lasting educational benefits to what they're doing.
set a reminder, check in, university, 2 years.
3 years.
We'll bring them
2
on
years?
and find out. I want a full audit of success or
See if I can
failures
get this
based
to
on
work.
this technology.
Might
Yeah.
break something. Hey, it worked.
I mean,
Look at that.
Don't get me wrong, like we're doing a lot of this crazy stuff too, but it's very much a singular lab.
Yeah.
Trying to do these immersive things. I don't think we are going to go out on a limb and say, oh, this is the future of every classroom. Like, no, we know that's not the case.
No. And some of it is just tech for tech space, but like if you design it around the experiences
Say
that
tech
you're
for tech
trying,
space, or do you mean tech for tech's sake?
You
tech
know
for
what he
tech's sake,
meant.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you design the curriculum around certain experiential learning things and you train the instructor for around that in a space dedicated to that, then yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's,
Oh, they got the. We have one of those.
Yeah, that, exactly.
we've
Would
had
it,
those things for how many years?
would it
5,
change?
6.
Would it change the context, or can I get you to buy in if I said this was not a classroom? It was only ever a research lab. Would it?
But what if
change
it's scheduled as a classroom, Mark?
Let's pretend it's not. Let's pretend it's just a lab and it's just there for experiential research.
Then the utilization is extremely low, and your efficiency of your spend is even less.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a maker space, if it's an idea garden, fine, but you're just spending a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because there's some truth in saying, okay, these immersive kind of teaching and
Were those
tactile
Legos?
things do lead to actual outcomes. There's lots of individual truths in a lot of these standalone technologies. It's hard to get people to believe, like, if we just stack all these things into a Rube Goldberg situation, that it's going to lead to some transformational experience.
I don't know much about this particular institution, but by chance, is it built around an engineering aspect? Like this really is what these students are going to be doing,
No,
and it
that's
is
not-
educational.
I've been to
This
look
isn't just generic classroom. Like they're not teaching English 101 here, right? I'm just curious because some schools who focus on this particular thing and these people are going to go out in the world and make money with these particular tools,
It'll-
it fits.
Kind of what Jamie's saying. It almost like they're teaching on the technology itself, like how to
Maybe.
use it, how to adopt to different applications. I mean,
You got to learn
But I don't
something.
know. I don't know this school. I don't know if it specializes in something. I don't know if this is a single build. I
or are
agree
they
with
trying to
everything
teach
you guys.
biology, right?
Whoa, Bob Ross! Why don't we watch that?
Oh, let's watch Bob Ross and,
So
and
I-
Star Trek. And
I think
what
it's
else is out there?
important. It is important to to try to push needle and try and take chances
Yeah.
on things. And I do recommend, like, by all means, do those things. But I don't know if it's like wise to overinvest. Like, be staged. Like, have a strategy that says this is what we want to do. Here's the thing. And maybe they do. Maybe they said we need to have all these exact.
So
things
here's
in
what
this
I'm
space.
uncomfortable about, and the only reason that I really grabbed this one is because of the headline. The headline has the dollar amount in it. If they had said Loughborough University opens 3 digital technology labs, that's different. But they put the spend in there, and like I said, as somebody who is spending less than that on 150 classrooms, I'm like, what are they building that's worth that amount, and what's that return going to look like?
And that's the
Consultant
classical thing.
fees.
Like it's not about the boxes and what the spend was. Like
about
what
the
is
furniture.
the outcome? Oh yeah, it's about the furniture and
Which
the
probably
lighting.
costs more than the technology.
Yeah. And so, but speak to like how this has transformed because we created these three spaces, or what our target was and our strategy to get there, and what we wanted to solve for. Oftentimes, and maybe that's just our industry, it's wowed by like box count and number spent.
No. I'm not. You're hearing me the wrong way.
No, I'm not. I hear you.
You're hearing me in some other language. As someone who is trying to, I was about to say the wrong thing there. As someone who's trying to get something out to as many students as possible, this to me seems ridiculously frivolous. So if they have a donor or some sort of corporate funding, great, all for it. Everything they're showing me here is, like Justin said when they showed the little slicing anatomy thingy. Hey, we've got a bunch of those. Those have been around for years. You know, it's like, okay, cool, toys. Somebody built their toy lab, and there it is.
It's actually, you know how those are made? It's two TVs mounted on a glass table underneath with
Don't ruin the
HDMI
magic, man.
outputs.
And in the original ones, only one of the TVs was interactive.
Oh, ours have two interactive on
You
top.
got one of the nice ones that came later.
Well,
The one in this article has 3 interactive displays. So sit
That
down.
must be really long. Like,
Anyway,
Mine's just a web page.
so to your point, Mark, if this leads to future development of applications of these technologies in teaching and learning, if this leads to increased enrollment because potential students see this and are interested in attending this, if this leads to a different pedagogical program development, great. But we know, because everybody every 3 or 4 years fires off another one of these, and they just kind of wither and die after a couple of years. And then you find it in 20 years, and you're like, hey, remember this room?
I mean, do students really, or potential students really look at these types of things on whether they're going to go to a university or
They
not?
do
Just
on
like,
the tour.
Oh, just
on
learn
the
technology.
tour they do.
But you're not allowed to have classes in there.
No.
Yes, they do, especially if it's within your wheelhouse of your profession. Because they're getting sold on this is what you're going to interact with on a daily basis. You may or may not ever get to interact with these devices. They may be senior only or graduate level labs, but they show them and it makes them feel like, yes, I'm going to get, even back when I was
That's
going
where
to
my
college,
technology
right?
fees are going, right there.
Right. And I wanted to study broadcasting, and I went there, and they were like, look at our studio. And then I found out once I got there, yeah, that's not really what we do here.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And I ended up transferring, but yes, they sold me on it right away. And I think that does happen a lot. It is part of that arms race. They are going to get tuition help. And, and I think for a lot of the kids that are going to use it, it's great. But I also agree with your guys' comments about having technology for technology's sake everywhere. Can we do better? It's really cool. I agree. These are cool toys. And my kids would be interested in them.
What if it
But
had a
no.
whack-a-mole button in there somewhere, though, Jamie?
Oh, it does,
Look.
I'm sure.
A virtual whack-a-mole button.
Only if
You
it's
have
on the
to go into
anatomy
VR
lab,
to
so
see
you
it.
could see what
Like,
the repercussions
on
of getting hit with a whack-a-mole mallet are. I have the mallet. Now we just got to get it hooked
That's
up.
true, you do. Where's your mallet?
Put that button on the, teacher in a box thing and flip your teacher. Like, no, that's a bad teacher. Let's go to the next one. Right.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, no.
Swipe left.
Swipe left, swipe right.
It's coming.
All right, what's
Alrighty.
next?
Moving on.
Next article comes from Rave Pubs, and the headline here is CTI starts summer internship program via U.S. Department of Labor, blah, 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 blah. Don't care about the rest of it. So CTI integration firm is doing an internship program for college students to get them into AV, which I think is really cool, to give them boots on the ground, get them real world experience, get them tuned up if this is something they have expressed interest in. Jamie, like you just said, hey, I want to do this, and find out, no, that's not actually what we do here. So if you're interested in that job or whatever, or, this sounds like an interesting field to get into. Oh, here's a summer job that then builds upon those and could lead to potential employment. I think this is a fantastic program.
Do they pay?
It's an
Well,
internship.
are you interested?
Some internships don't
Well,
pay.
look-
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Some internships you have to pay for.
No, it is a paid internship. It is a real legit.
I think this is a key point for me.
Did you get paid?
Because I like the idea that they're opening up their doors and having an intern, right? And that they're using young people, they're introducing young people to a profession they may never have thought about, right? Especially, look, I tried to do this with my own son, right? He's studying broadcasting. He looked at the world and said, you know what? Jobs might be hard to come by soon. And he's like, well, look, how can I dovetail this? What can I do? And this would be a good opportunity for those kind. It's also a good opportunity for students who are going to broadcast theater, or not theater, with some of these majors, film majors. They focus on the art.
Pairs well with lots of liberal arts degrees.
Yes, it does.
They show you the art in school, but they don't necessarily show you the technical in school. And it gives you the opening to say, well, I didn't make it in Hollywood, so now I can still find a job. So I love all of these aspects. And I love that the CTI is opening the door. I like that they're advertising it. Internships are great. But I also see the dual-sidedness of that going, well, we only want interns because we didn't want to pay somebody for real.
This
And
one does
so
pay while you learn.
A paid internship, I'm
Well, I
like,
think it's lower
do
now.
it. Do it. Even if it's minimum of minimum wage.
Yep.
Thank you, CTI, for not only opening your door, but kind of taking away that cynical part and saying, we're not just looking for free labor, we're serious. We're going to pay you to be here. We're going to train you to be here. And
I think there's
that
a lot
part
of
I
like,
can applaud.
There's a lot of other outcomes outside of like the AV piece. I think there's a lot of like team and project stuff they're going to work on that's going to give them that ability that will probably be more relevant to what they're going to do for like their career throughout colleges, or even if they go beyond, maybe they won't. But learning how to lead in small teams and actually communicate with one another and do those kind of skills that you may not get that in an actual higher education, formal education setting.
Well,
where
you don't get that in formal
you won't. Like you're going to go out and
education.
do an actual project beginning, and you're going to learn a lot of process that, let's face it, we've all been exposed to that just from having to do it. Like, and there's a lot to be gained from going through those process and learning. I'm not saying you're going to go and become like some PMP project manager, but you're probably
Or you
going to
may.
understand process, and it may open up a whole different avenue of career that you have no idea that you even knew about. Like,
I think that's very important. I think we all know as we came through school, like you think I want to be athletic trainer, I want to be something, but there's all these little specialties within that. There's all these little things within that big broad group, and like, well, shit, if I'd have known that existed, I would have done that. I wouldn't have done what I did because that's more fun.
we've seen it with our students who come through our organization. They've changed career directly altogether. Like, oh wow, I didn't realize I could go do this like very, very unique thing and have a high level of success. And it didn't even require a 4-year degree to begin with. Like you can just go do it and have success right now.
So I like it, but I was cynical at first for the reason of sometimes
Well, that's kind of
these
like
things.
the default state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do applaud them for opening that door, for advertising it, for giving them a few dollars in their pocket to work. So good for them.
Sign up, share the sign up, get people in there, Chris.
I'm going to sign up myself. Sandbag them.
He's going to bring it down.
Start putting little Dante
This
widgets in the
project is
racks.
now going to take twice as long. Thank you.
The last topic here for us is, or the last article, I guess, is about AI. But we have 3 articles. Which one of these are we talking about? Syracuse, I think.
Let's get them all through. We'll start with the rise of Claude and Anthropic.
All right,
seems
so-
to be taking over the world.
Yeah, so Syracuse, this is from EdScoop. Syracuse University adopts Claude for education. And basically, and we've seen this from other schools. I know Indiana University's doing this. Ohio State's doing this. A lot of schools have determined, okay, this general AI service best aligns with our infrastructure, our licensing, our research, whatever that may be. And they're saying, we're going big. We're not just going to try it out. We've got the funds. We're just going to go wide with this. Every faculty, staff, and student has full access to this for anything they want to do. Mark, go.
But so it's not about just having an LLM in your pocket on your phone. It's not, right? There's a whole feature set very
But
specific to the
picture
Claude
is
for
of an LLM on your
education
phone.
that it has that like baked in tutoring and support piece. Like all that, it is highly tailored for the educational experience for the student. And I think that right now, winners and losers are kind of being chosen here by what these universities are going to align with. We talked about this very thing years ago. The alignments are going to matter from a brand and a business stance. And when it gets into the data piece of this, the ones who have the bigger data and the bigger models, so these ones that are moving now and getting market share, Anthropic's also, I'm gonna tease the other part of this, just now partner, or they had been partnered, but they're in the Copilot ecosystem now too. So where all these APIs start to
they're
connect,
screwed.
we're starting to bring in all this additional data that's going to transform that student experience. This isn't about like, oh, get me the answer for the test. No, it's holistically, how are you doing across your entire student career? And I think that's the change here that we're seeing.
Jamie
And I
hates
also
it.
think that once you have
I'm
a platform that is the officially supported and identified tool on campus, it's easier for the campus to kind of wrap its arms around acceptable use policies and ways to integrate it into the LMS and the curriculum at large.
Yeah, this will be the coming year where we'll see the AI in that LMS. Like there's already a lot of rumblings going on how that's going to play out. And I'm not saying, oh, just access to ChatGPT. That's not what I'm meaning. Like these more agent-based approaches and it tying in and being aware through all the different APIs and linking that in, the MCP-ification of these agents, like that's what we're going to start to see. And I think these brands like Anthropic are going to bring it to the forefront. And it will be that next generation of teaching learning.
All right, Mark,
Okay,
you
so what's the
mentioned
next
it, the Copilot thing. So we'll shift quickly over here, and let's just you didn't put an article in here.
In the Discord, go get
No,
back
no,
there.
This isn't an article.
No,
This
this
a
is
press
Microsoft.
release.
Yeah. Sorry.
So this is a Microsoft announcing that Anthropic, no, correct me on this,
Those
the
models are
Claude-
now available in
The
Copilot.
Claude model can now be selected as your underlying model for Copilot. Is that how I'm reading this then?
Yes, you can change those up, which is great. I mean,
Yep, so we have a
AVSF
fan
Junior
right
over
there.
Hey,
there.
there's
Yeah,
some,
so-
they disagree.
Yeah. And so,
No.
But yeah, I think it's important because you're starting to see those winners and losers being chosen.
Yep.
The losers are in the other room right now. I hear 'em,
Lunch
it sounds
is
like
over.
in the case of Copilot, which is kind of underlying part of Office, not all of Office, and not the Office that you wanted in even, which is annoying. And Teams rooms and things like that. Underlying that the whole infrastructure is based on Copilot, but Copilot can be any one of a number of different type of underlying LLM models now, which is even worse for their branding.
Well, for some, it may be the
Copilot is
only thing
only
they have
going to-
access to. So for a lot of businesses, it's like we're Microsoft first, and this is going to be our brand. So being able to start bolting in these different capabilities, it changes like what they can and cannot use. And I think Microsoft has had a stake in Anthropic for years now. Now you're starting to see that actually roll in.
Well, as well as OpenAI. They were a big investor in that too.
And so Microsoft and their mesh is coming for an AI near you.
So who's next? Who's the next one they're gonna jump in bed with?
Who's the next one they're going to try to ruin?
They'll all go down together.
Is that cynical thing you were talking about? It is. isn't
We
it?
are all tiptoeing up to the trough of despair in AI, so get ready.
I think there'll be like two left at the end, like just two competitors. That's
Yeah,
it.
and they're both really the same at the end.
They're both the same.
Yeah.
That's it.
And our final AI story in our AI hit list here is from EdScoop, and it says nearly 1/3 of university students use AI daily. And Jamie immediately said,
no.
that's
Way
because
low.
we all said that's way too low. Jamie said, no. There's a lot of people out there who don't trust AI, and so then maybe that number's right.
It's not even a trust factor.
I
I'm
would
not-
venture. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you guys all said that's way too low, and it may be low, but I don't think it's too far. This is me personally, anecdotally, with no actual data. Hold on, I'll AI.
This is
it.
very
Oh, I don't have
dangerous.
it. But for me, I'm like,
Let me
you know
ask
what?
AI.
I kind of agree.
I'm going to ask AI.
Jamie,
Okay.
I've been told it is a sign that you're old if you say, I'm going to Google something. That right now, whenever any of the
hip kids say
any of my
tickety-tock.
student workers, I'm going to go chat GPT it. That's what they say.
No one says that.
I
Yeah, they do.
promise
They
that
do.
is a thing.
They do. Yeah. So
They do.
Jamie, you are using it, even though you don't. Your search
Yeah.
mechanism on Google even right
here we
now
go.
is driven by AI.
In
yes,
2025, a survey done by HEPI said that 92% of students reported some AI tool use.
So I just
I think it's the
For
qualifier.
colleges.
It's the qualifier for what AI
K
is.
through
that's gonna
12.
blend that.
Some sort of AI use for 70% of those students.
But maybe I'm thinking as a tool for their educational purposes, whatever.
The ACT
I'm not
Institute
ca-
reported that 46% of high school students use AI.
I'm not.
They're wrong
I'm-
too.
I'd like to see how that question was asked.
Yeah, I'm not taking into account the AI photo generator on your phone.
This was for assignments or other
the cat
schoolwork.
is wearing a Santa hat and dancing, Jamie.
This kind of gets into the my auto tracking camera is an AI camera bullshit. Right?
Is it really?
I'm thinking actual business use, and maybe I'm completely off guard. I just look in my own little world where I have all this age group of youth. I don't
Harvard.
I don't think that number on an everyday actual business case use, in their case education, I don't find that number to be crazy.
I can
Harvard
say
polled
every
their-
one of the student workers who have sent me a resume or a cover letter in the past 2 years have used ChatGPT to write it. Like it is
You
the
can see it.
same.
You get,
cover
I
letter.
get a lot of the same one. It's like this is the exact same cover letter and resume. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at right now.
I am
Harvard
writing to
polls-
express my interests.
Yeah, Harvard polled their undergraduate
Hope you're doing
students.
well.
They said 90% of the students use AI at their school.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's foolish to believe that they're not, and it's crazy to like penalize them if they are.
All right, so
At the end of the day, that everybody's going to be. The term AI will fade away. It's going to just be this is
so
technology.
to the question of how the question was asked and what are they using it for, Jamie, which you raised a very good question about that. So I was digging through this study that this article is actually referencing, and it says 57% of of the people who use it daily, these are the daily drivers, 57% of those daily users use it for brainstorming, so creating funny pictures on the internet or writing their own cover letters. 50% for drafting outlines, which I guess they have a specific topic, but they need it to put together how their paper or presentation is going to be written. 44% for just generating the initial draft, so just write my paper. 39% for paraphrasing or rewording, so boil this down to 2 sentences. And then 35% for summarizing notes. So it's a lot of low level.
That's
Like,
I don't hate any of that. I think
that's a lot of percentages to equal 1/3.
That's not how percentages work, but okay.
That's not the right math.
So Mark, to your point,
I have a bot that'll help you with that, Jamie.
I'm like-
this is about being efficient. 27% said they'd use it to save time. 24% to improve the quality of their work. 15% just for generate ideas, and 13% to better understand complex topics.
Well, I think it is. The fallacy is, it's going to save you up. You're going to do all these other things. It's like, no, you're not. You're just going to do more things. And so, yes, it's about
It
efficiency.
does lead to more work. It's no
It's going to
less
lead to
where you
more
just get
work.
more
Right?
shit
You're
done.
you're doing more stuff, and I think that's what you're seeing is these students are just being more efficient with their time. Now, what that other stuff they're doing is, I don't know, but I think everybody's using AI in
writing
some
papers.
realm like this. Like they're writing papers, you're doing things, you're iterating, you're collaborating, you're doing all these things without a sidecar collaborator. They're helping you do these things, and I don't know. Some may say they're getting dumber by doing it, but I think some are probably being exposed to correct process more so than their instructors may be giving them.
And some of them might be creating their first relationship, according to some news
what?
out there. Yeah, you've seen it.
That one.
You've seen it.
I have not seen that.
Getting married to my
students.
AI.
Yeah, ask your students. They know all about it.
You
All
can
right.
have
Well, there's
an
our
AI
AI
girlfriend
talk.
now.
Yeah, we may want to stop there at AI girlfriends and boyfriends. Yeah, maybe.
So our
I
50
don't
minute
know.
show
I've
is
now
now
found
30
a
minutes.
use case.
28 minutes. We can do this. We can get here before 30. We're right there.
Well, I'm just going to push the button. We're going to leave. So that's it. We'll be back next week with a more regular.
Let us know what you think. If you hate any of those takes, send us a mail. If you really, really hate it, send it to Chris.
Well, it all comes to me. So. Mailbag at AV SuperFriends. Hit us up on the socials: LinkedIn, Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitter. We're in there reading.
Do we
stuff
check
that
Blue
you said.
Sky?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how we find what people want to talk about on the internets. We did it. A short show just for the first Friday of the month, usually. Follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter to join us next time. And you'll find the full slate of recorded podcasts and everything else we do at our website, avsuperfriends.com.